What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Big Homies Breakdown. I'm your host, the Big Homie Sean, and tonight we got another solid episode lined up for y'all. First off, shout out to everybody filling into the chat tonight, whether if you're watching from the living room, the snake room, the work room, or you're hiding from your responsibilities and pretending that you're checking on the incubator. We appreciate every single one of you being here tonight. So make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you all haven't already, and let us know where you're watching from. Now, tonight's guest is somebody a lot of people in the community they already know and respect. We're sitting down with Charlie from Reagan Renee Royal Pythons. And not only is he putting in some serious work with his collection and his projects, but he's also the winner of the 2024 15 Minutes of Lane competition. So tonight we're going to get into his journey in the reptile industry, his mindset, projects, what drives him as a breeder, and some of the lessons he's learned along the way. We'll talk ball pythons, business, community plans, and future plans, and probably a few stories that we weren't supposed to make it onto the internet. Who knows? But that's what this show's all about, man. Real people, real passion, and real conversations. We're not gatekeeping. We're not fake flexing. We're just hardworking reptile folks coming together and talking about what we love. And as always, huge shout out to the sponsors helping support the channel and the movement. Chris from the Fat Man Nation, Jay Fisherman Photography, Reptile Ads, and Will at the Python Portal. And of course, we proudly support US Art. So kick back, relax, grab your favorite drink, check your thermostat one more time because I know half of y'all probably already forgot to do it. So let's get things rolling, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to bring out Charlie from Reagan Renee Royal Pythons. Welcome to the show, Charlie. How you doing, man?
What's going on? I'm doing pretty good.
Right on, right on. Appreciate you coming in, man. Taking time out of your busy day to sit down and break it down with the big homie and everybody. So
Nice.
why don't we get a little warm up in here, and how about you tell everybody who you are and where you're from, what you're all about.
Sure. Yeah, I'm Charlie with Reagan Renee Royal Pythons, based out of New Jersey. But as most of us do, shipping all over the country, right? We were
Mhm.
just talking about this backstage a little bit. I've been doing this 6 years now. It looks like I had to go back and check the records to verify it, but it looks like officially about to cross the 6 year mark here in about 3 months. So.
Well, that's great
Um,
because you already you smashed that question out.
but what else can I tell you about me, man? Focus mostly in pushing like breeding projects, making a investment level breeder animals. That's really the goal. So
Okay. So what kind of projects you working on
I'd say
primarily, anyways?
my biggest project, my main project that I'm in, the heaviest would be DG Krypton stuff. I have a lot of G stripe mixed up in that too. A lot of like G stripe clown, DG clown, and then like DG G stripe clown kind of crossover stuff. But dabbling a little bit in some other things. I've got a little bit of some no visuals yet, but a little bit of some Het Monsoon stuff. But that's all in triple projects. So I've made a couple of the Kryptons that are Het DG and Monsoon now. So mixing my DG Krypton stuff over to Monsoon a little bit. And then the other big one that I'm chasing right now is looking to add paint into my DG Krypton and DG Clown stuff. So I've
That's going to be interesting right there, I'm sure, because Krypton does a lot of pattern disruption, but so does paint. Like
yep.
you're gonna have them long, big old towers. I mean, well, that's gonna be interesting. I would like to see that when you get one of them out, bro.
Yeah, well, the paint cryptic stuff. There's a guy. Who was it? Was a Savage that hit him? There's somebody out there who made some paint cryptics. His are actually Het Ultra Mill too, I think.
Ooh.
So paint cryptic is out there, so it gives a good idea of what it's going to look like. And I'll tell you, I thought it looked awesome. So
I mean, I'm trying to think of what it looks like in my head. I would think it would look pretty freaking nice.
yeah, I mean, it looks like a Krypton, but a little more. The pattern's picked up a little bit more, and it's shredded. It's got like a cool look where it kind of chewed up the Krypton pattern a little bit. So I thought it looked really
Okay.
cool. Yeah.
We're going to get in this chat real quick. Recognize
All right.
folks coming by. We got Dickie Foster. He's
Awesome.
number one tonight. Thanks, Dickie. Appreciate you, Dickie Foster. Dwight's in the house. Hey, what's going on, Dwight? Charlie's double dipping.
Yep.
Gilded Scales. Hello, everyone. Let's go, Charlie. Let's go. Irresistible Balls is here. I love those guys.
Oh,
Putting
me
out some
too.
positive stuff on Instagram lately, man, and I'm
Love
just
them.
digging it. Yep,
They're
exactly. Keys is in the building. What's going on, man? Thanks for tuning in and checking us out, man.
Been a while.
We got Gilded Scales again. Let's see. Yep. All right. Okay.
Gilded was just DMing me about some stuff right before the show.
Yeah. So how long you been working with the cryptic gene now?
That's got to be 3 or 4 out of my almost 6 years. Came out.
You saw that?
That wasn't a shot, Nikki. I love your carousels. That's funny.
It gets better.
I did do a carousel about carousels, though. That's for sure. I did. I just wanted to see, like, all of a sudden my whole feed was just full of carousels. Not even just Nikki's, like, random stuff I don't care about. It's like, do you know what the most brutal punishment of medieval times was? It was the breaking wheel. And it's like scrolling 3 pages of stuff about how they tortured people. I'm like, why am I reading this? And I'm like, man, what? So I didn't understand why Instagram is doing it, except they're addictive.
Yeah.
You want to make why people should not make carousels about carousels. Yeah, that's funny.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Hey, I think it was last year or a year before you were doing them little short videos, what a breeder shouldn't say to his wife, but he says it in the snake room.
Oh, stuff you could say in the snake room, but not to your wife. Yeah. And then she did one.
Those were hilarious, bro.
Yeah. That was a fun we should bring those back. That was a fun little series.
Oh god, yes, dude. I'm still waiting for another one to pop up. I thought you were going to do a whole series about them once I saw the second one.
Yeah. we wound up doing like maybe 6 of them might be out there, but
yeah.
I did 4 or 5.
I think the first one was still my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So let's talk about the 15 minutes of Layman 24.
Okay.
What exactly was that competition for you, and what did it take for you to come out on top like that? Because every one of these competitions is brutal.
Yeah. It takes a lot more than you would expect. So if somebody's thinking about getting into it or doing it, do it, but be ready to go all in. You have to go all in to really get everything out of it. Even if you don't win, I think you can still get a lot out of it if you go all in. But if you kind of go halfway into it, you're really taking up a spot for somebody who really could get in there and chop it up and mix it up and improve themselves. For me, it was when I looked at the names of a couple people who came before me. There's 3 at least in the group. Oh no, 4 that I were respected names that I know and I've come to be actually friends with to varying degrees, but friends with all of them pretty much, who came before me. And I just looked at them and said, these, for whatever reason, I know Chris started the thing off to be like kind of a joke on new breeders, but for whatever reason, people coming out of it have done really well and been like around for quite a long time and really been respected names. So when you look at like High Desert, Small Town, right, Leviathan, Paul, I think Paul could have done the same, but Paul had some other stuff come up. I think he really slowed down on what he's doing for some other personal stuff. So no knock at Paul, but when you look, most of the people coming out of it have really kind of blown up over time. So it was a chance for me to I don't know, maybe solidify my name a little bit, or maybe if even prove to myself a little bit, like, that I belong here, to get out of that like imposter syndrome. And because we put a lot of hang up in this industry, right? About you're not a breeder till you till you hatch something, grow it up, and then breed it. Yeah. And then breed it, and then you have a clutch of slugs, and then breed it again, and then that one breeds. Like, it's like like the bar moves every year on what makes you a breeder, like all that nonsense. So I don't know. It was a chance for me to kind of just say like, yeah, look, I'm here, you know. But it's interesting. There was a other stuff that you find once you're in the thick of it that's actually way more important and way better. It forces you, if you really want to compete to win, it forces you to hone in on, because Chris even asked us one of the questions, like, what makes you different from everybody else? Why should people buy from you? So it forces you to hone, which is a fundamental thing for any business anyway. So it forces you to hone in on that, and then it forces you to come out of your comfort zone on the marketing, the
Mm-hmm.
the editing, all that stuff. I mean, we were making movies when we did it. We were like,
Yeah, bro. Yeah, and it seems like every year it's getting better and better too.
it's crazy every year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was learning how to do special effects. I was literally like studying up on how they do different camera angles for special effects and stuff to get shots we wanted. It was crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy, man. Uh, so what point during that year did you say, man, I actually might have a shot at winning this thing?
Um, I didn't know. I always like to think like, oh, I have a chance, or like, oh, I'm gonna, I'm not gonna. If I put my mind to something, I'm rarely outworked. Like, you know what I mean? Somebody might be smarter, they might have more resources, whatever, but I'm rarely outworked. So I always kind of wanted to think I had a chance, but I never really believed it, I don't think, until a couple days in, the support that we were getting, the way that we jumped out quick on the popular vote.
Okay.
So when I saw how quick we jumped out, like far, like I mean, up to like 30% of the vote or something, and then everybody else had the rest, like quick, I was like, okay, like hold on a minute, like this is other people telling me, you know what I mean, that we got a chance here. So that kind of made me really finally believe it. You know what I mean?
So it took some other folks to kind of believe in you to start actually, because we're all no worst. We are our own worst critics at times, right?
Yeah, I
So
mean,
it
I
is
had
kind of
worked.
nice getting that from your peers, and then you're like,
Yeah.
oh, well, maybe I am doing this. All right, cool.
Yeah, I mean, just there was nothing for me like seeing that like I said, that popular vote take off and seeing that like, oh, okay, like other people think I should win this. So maybe I should win this. Maybe I should be
Yeah,
the
for
one to
sure.
take it. That just juiced me up. That's why I started doubling down on the reels and stuff. I think I hate to say, but I think there's a chance that if I hadn't jumped out early like that and hadn't gotten that support, that I might have got discouraged a little bit. You know what I mean? I might have said, I might not have put as much effort into the videos and stuff, but we really got, like I said, that the love that showed up for that was really cool. So
So I'm guessing what one of the biggest things you took from it is video edits, huh?
yeah, video editing was something I definitely learned from it. I
Yeah.
studied a lot of just editing stuff, then a lot of like I said, different angles and visual things. I was learning more about trends and stuff. I don't know if during that competition or shortly after is when I started to hone in on like, what do the content creators and influencers do. So I started to learn about hooks and things like that, and like how to, like, what reading level you should use for your script, and like what if you should put text on the screen or not. I think that came slightly after, but I think the bulk of the editing stuff that I learned, I kind of refined during that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, man. Look, it's about May 31st will be a year since I had the channel, and that's that was one of the hardest things I had to learn on my own is how to edit. And I'm still learning. My editing skills still suck, but every day, every show, it gets a little bit better. So that's always a good thing to have.
I got you.
So, for a breeder that's out there trying to build a name for themselves right now,
Yeah.
what lessons did you experience during that time that teach you about branding and standing out amongst your peers?
um I don't know so much from the 15 minutes, but advice I'd give somebody on branding and standing out first is, you want to take a step back. You want to just define, if you're looking at doing this as a business, you want to define who your customer is. So you want to see, what animals am I going to make? Um, and there's an element, right? We all want to make stuff that we're in love with. First project I got into was a project I was in love with. And I think it has to be something that you like, that you get into, or you're not going to want to stick with it and be passionate about it, excited about it yourself. But you want to look at that too, though, and say, okay, now if I make these, who is going to buy these, right? Who, like, if you're making it with the objective that you're going to sell the bulk of them and only have to keep a few to keep expanding your projects, who's going to buy those misses too? Like, if I'm making these, like, this is what my misses are going to look like. This is the quality they're going to be, the caliber they're going to be. Who will buy that? You have to decide if you think that's a viable path for you, kind of financially, into the size you want to get to in your vision and dream. And then also, then you have to say, okay, now how do I reach that person, right? So if it's pet keepers, then you're going to say, okay, I need to probably be doing shows. I could probably do Facebook advertising to a degree, because Meta kind of blocks live animal advertising. So you have to get creative with that. You could probably
yeah, you do.
Yeah, you could probably do Google ads, make your own website, things like that. You could probably do some word of mouth stuff, and so that's where you're going to target your marketing. So you just have to know that. Just define who you're going to be first, and then start on where you're going to go. You can fix it and change it later if you have to, but get out there and start putting your name. The longer the history you build, the more credibility you have, as long as you keep it honest and positive. Just get out there and start building the name up, though.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't going to happen if you don't get out there, right? How's people going to know you got a snake if you don't get out there?
Exactly.
Yep. Hey, so we're going to go to a quick commercial, Charlie, and then when we come back, we're going to shift into the snakes. Sound good?
Cool.
All right, we'll see y'all when we get back.
Operation Deeds, Not Words 2 is dedicated to empowering and uplifting disabled veterans and first responders through unwavering support, meaningful resources, and real opportunities that honor their service and sacrifice. Our mission is to build a thriving, impactful organization driven by the shared vision, commitment, and accountability of our team, because when we work together, there is no ceiling on what we can accomplish.
We are equally committed to the growth of our team members, actively encouraging them to expand their voices, followings, and businesses as essential pillars of our mission. Being part of Operation Deeds, Not Words reflects great credit upon our members, uniting communities in the Fat Man Nation. Green Line morphs under a shared purpose rooted in service, resilience, and action-driven impact. Deeds, not words.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Thanks for waiting that out, and I have a couple more commercials to run, but I was trying to get these commercials linked together before today's show, and like I said, I'm still learning stuff, so it kind of got chopped out for the first one. I got a couple more. It's cool. We'll get to them, guys. So what is your personal approach, Charlie, to breeding your animals? Are you chasing visuals, long-term recessives, the high-end combos, or just kind of a balance of everything?
I would say visuals and high-end combos mostly. That's what I'm targeting. Obviously, you have your misses and you hit a lot of other stuff in between. But yeah, I mean, I'm really focused heavily on a lot of double and even triple recessive stuff. I do have some quad stuff going. I'm not really targeting quads. It's more just nice that they're there, because you can hit a lot of doubles and triples when you're pairing stuff that's at that level. So that's the,
because all your misses could be a hit for you at a show or on your social media or however you're getting rid of your animals. That could be a nice little spot right there. Your miss is somebody's hit.
yeah. Well, that's why I push so so far right into trying to do I've I don't think I have any triple visual with a het yet. I've got double visuals with 2 hets, double visual with 3 hets maybe. And like I said, I've kind of just built up to all that, where some of that stuff's now starting to pair for the first time this year. And I was pushing so hard to get there, because I was like, I didn't want my misses to be like, if I'm going with a double visual to a double het and my misses are, a lot of hets and double hets, I wanted my misses to be double visuals like this. So even my misses were good. So I've been really working steady for all this time on that. It was from pretty early on. I just kind of, for whatever reason, not for the first year or so probably, but by about year 2, I started saying, no, this is the route I want to go. I'm going to shoot for the stratosphere, just try to land like somewhere around the moon. You know what I mean? Like, I guess the moon and land in the stratosphere. I guess I said that opposite, but.
Oh man, but you gotta have a start somewhere, man. And just aim as high as you can. If you land on the moon, that's cool. You made it to the moon.
Yeah.
You know. So everybody hits setbacks in this industry. Have you had any major setbacks yet? And how did you get through those?
Major
If you did.
setbacks. I mean, I've had a couple of clutches here and there that I thought were going to be like, my better clutches that turned out to be like slugs or something like that. And like, some stuff with odds where it's like, some of it's my own fault for pairing stuff. If I didn't want pastel in a certain combo, I was going for a male and I had pastel in the pairing, and then I wound up with it. Not that I'm even a pastel hater, but if you don't want whatever gene in the male you're trying to make and it's in there in the pairing, you got a chance of getting it. So I've had a couple weird ones like that pan out. Early on, I was big into the candy stuff and I was trying for candy clowns and I missed that. I don't know how many times. Like I never did wind up making one. And I just sold like my last animal in the project yesterday. So now I'm never going to wind up making one. I gave up on it, but I missed that for like 3 years running on like, I don't know how many pairings. It dodged me left and right. So
it's gotta be frustrating, man.
yeah, it is what it is, man. Odds are a funny thing. It's you get what you get, really. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it besides pair more stuff. And then the problem is then you have more byproducts. So then you have more inventory you have to move. So
yep. I got 5 shots at my first double visuals this year. So
nice.
I'll take any shot I can get. You know what I mean?
What are you shooting for? What is it?
Hypo clowns for that clutch.
Oh, nice.
And then I got some hypo pied stuff that's a little bit further out from getting cut. So like I was telling you backstage, I got 4 in the incubator. One of them's getting ready to be put in their tubs this week.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, man.
Awesome.
You think there are any underrated genes out there or projects right now that you think people might be sleeping on?
I think a lot of people are getting excited about Krypton, but I still don't think it gets the respect that it deserves and that it's due. I try to put the stuff out there that I've made to show people what it really can do. And I think it's I think at first when it was a base kind of thing, if you see like a normal Krypton, it's not that exciting. But I've made some Kryptons now, and a few other people have made some stuff that really that's really awesome that rivals, it's kind of clown counterparts. So I think more people need to kind of believe in it that you could take. People have really nice clowns in their collection, man, and it takes one good cryptic male or Krypton male, and you can make all those really cool combos that we haven't seen before over in a Krypton. I mean, just even some of the simpler combos we haven't seen yet in Krypton. So I'm always going to push that, right? I have to make that my first answer. The other thing I'm thinking right now is, and I was saying this, I was talking with a couple people this week. I've said this a few times now. I'm gonna be the contrarian on this one, and I was a little against Monsoon for a little bit there. And that's what the other one I'm going to say, because it is very overpowering. And I was like, oh man, I don't know if this is really going to gain traction. But I've come to the conclusion recently, it is only a matter of time before something is reactive in Monsoon. There are 230 traits out there.
Mm-hmm.
On the Morphpedia or whatever, probably 180 real ones because some of them are duplicates and renames. But let's be real.
Yeah.
But there's 180 something other traits out there. One of them is going to change Monsoon's pattern enough that it's going to get people really excited, but still be recognizable because you don't necessarily want to change it all the way, or it won't be what people like about Monsoon because some people like the way the Monsoon looks on its own. I think it's a really cool animal on its own, but I think when you get a combination of it where you get something like, I don't know that like G-stripe would be it, but as an example, if let's imagine that you got an animal that came out with the solid stripe down the back, but had Monsoon all down the sides. Now there's something you could play with, right? And it probably won't go that way with G-stripe, but maybe. But I'm just saying something will eventually tri-stripe or even like I don't know, like I said, like G-stripe clown or something is a pretty overwhelming thing. So you know what I mean? I think the Monsoon Pieds, let people down a little bit, but we haven't seen it with like an Enchi or something that makes a really high pattern pied yet either, though.
Yeah, right? I mean, it's still very early in the process of this project for a lot of people working Monsoon.
Yep, or something like we're nowhere near yet. I mean, maybe somebody's sitting on the pieces in their rack, but what's like super blackheads look crazy, right? They're like almost, they're very, very dark with like real strung little bits of pattern on the side. We have no idea what that'll look like in monsoon yet. Like
Yeah,
that may be wicked. So
it could be. It
I
would be
think
nice.
yeah. I know monsoon was very overhyped for a while. I mean, I remember 3 years ago, $17,000 monsoon spider males on the market. That's insane. But
Ugh.
I think now it's starting to get into the other end of the territory where it's kind of undervalued. I think there's more potential to it than people are giving it credit for now. So we've kind of gone
I
back
think that's
full swing
I
the other
think
way.
that's the whole way genes work, man, with the industry. They're hot one day, they're cold the next, and then 10 years down the road they come back
Yeah, look at Puzzle. Puzzle was dead for like 10 years. Now it's one of the hottest things out there.
forever. Yeah. Yep. So 5 years from now, man, where do you see Reagan Renee Royal Pythons headed, man?
Oh man, that's 5 years from now is hard to say. I've been in the process recently of cutting down a little bit. I got up to the mid 130s on snakes for a little bit there, and now I've cut back down into the 90s. But in that process, I've not just cut everything, I've cut like the weakest stuff out and kind of refined it. So, I mean, hopefully 5 years from now, I'm sitting on something like, we're working, I guess, just triples pretty regularly at that point, I assume. And then, unless the market swings back a different way, but I assume that'll be like a little more regular, people doing double and triple stuff and then starting to stack on those. So, I mean, I hope to just be right in the thick of that, in my own niche, whatever couple of projects. I'm only going to work a handful of things so that I can work them really strong and really hard. And
Mhm.
also so people know when you think of something, I'm establishing right now that reputation where if you think of Krypton, a lot of people do know to come to me. And even G Stripe, somebody messaged me right before we hopped on here, said, "Hey, I just sent a customer to you. They were looking for some G Stripe stuff. I figured you had it." So, I want to maybe 3 projects solid and be, deep in them where all 3 of them are crossing back and forth, even into triple recessive territory. So
That's a beautiful
that's my
thing
goal.
when you get them all joining together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you got, well, it's double visual, but it's a quad head.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
I'm not going to complain about any of it. So, where do you think the ball python market is going right now? You think it's back on the up, or do we got some more time to wait it out?
It's hard to say. I I don't know if people believe me or they think I'm just trying to pump it up because I'm always trying to be positive and I'm always trying to say like, don't run around saying the market's dead. That does if you're actually trying to sell animals, it
Yeah,
does you no good to run around and say this market sucks. Who the hell wants to buy your product? You're telling them the market sucks. But genuinely, um, it it goes up and down, right? I've only had 5-6 years of history, but I can look back long enough. I could talk to people who've been here long enough, and they'll say that they all say the same thing. It goes up and down. It's going to come back. People have been saying it's dead and failing for 30 years, is what you hear from some of these guys. So, or 20 at least. But um, I I'll just tell you from my personal experience lately, the last 2 months have been 2 of my best months. Like last month was one of my best months ever. Probably not the best. This month is already shaping up to probably be the best month I've ever had.
that's
So
outstanding, man.
something's going on, and there's there, and I've gotten a little better at advertising, marketing, and having the sales conversation. I'm not naturally a salesman, but I don't think I've gotten that much better. I think some of it is just that the market's helping me out. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's weird too because exactly what Gilded is saying. Like
Yep.
it's
I
weird. The
feel it isn't
economy
true despite the economy. Yeah, I feel the
has
same
me
way.
feeling like it shouldn't be doing this good. But man, I mean, my inbox has been steady for 2 weeks. I've been like a snake or two a day for 2 weeks.
That's
This is
outstanding.
crazy for me.
That's
So
outstanding.
yeah, make
That's
me.
always a good feeling to have, man.
I texted a friend earlier today, telling him like, man, maybe I shouldn't be cutting back right now. Maybe I'm making a mistake. So this is crazy.
Well, I don't know if it would be a mistake to cut back and make your collection stronger. I mean,
Yeah,
because You got that double visuals mouth to feed, and then you got that inchy, that single gene inchy that you're just like, man, everybody on the block has an inchy.
Yeah, I mean that's why I'm in favor of kind of leveling things up and going up market. I don't have anything against pet sellers, but it's a better margin, and like you said, it costs me the same for a collection of all you know multi-codom only animals versus what it costs me to manage a collection of higher end stuff. There's a little bit of a different risk level to it, right? Because if something gets sick that's a $4,000 animal, you're crying about it pretty hard. Right? But
yeah, sure, but, it's a bad day, bro.
I don't know.
Well, let's go ahead and take this next commercial break. We'll come back, and Charlie, you mind showing us any of the stuff you're working with? Maybe some Krypton stuff that you got.
Yeah, I can show some stuff. Yeah, for sure.
Cool. We'll go ahead and go to break. We'll be right back, y'all.
ReptileAds.com is the modern marketplace for buying and selling reptiles, amphibians, and exotic pets. Built by Purple Turtle Technologies, we're creating the most trusted platform in the industry. Join thousands of breeders and collectors on the most trusted reptile marketplace. List your animals, connect with buyers, and grow your business with Reptile Ads. Enjoy our easy access to stores as well as a genetic calculator for your convenience. Stop by and check us out today.
Introducing the Python Portal, a ball python breeder who works on snow and true ghost combos as well as the tiger gene.
We also offer many unique custom 3D printed accessories, as well as custom merch, so don't forget to stop by and check us out.
All right, y'all, welcome back. Looks like Charlie's getting ready to grab something. So if y'all have any questions or whatever for Charlie, go ahead and put it down in the comments.
Introducing the Python Portal, a ball python breeder who works on snow and true ghost combos.
Quite loud.
I apologize for that.
Charlie's having some technical difficulties. Let's try this again. All right, Charlie, you good?
I think so.
All right.
I gotta flip this around.
Add him to stage.
Get a camera set up for that.
It's a look at the lab right here, man. The sterilized table.
Right.
Yeah, I want to get one of like sterilized tables for the washroom.
All right, this should work. I got better lighting over here. If I try to hold it up to the webcam, it's gonna look terrible.
Yeah, man, for sure.
All right. Where do we want to start? Let me see.
Let's see. Hey, we got it all lined up. You know what? We're gonna give him the solo layout here.
Let me see what we got.
The picture of this metallic object has been brought to you by Charlie. That is all. Thanks for tuning in.
Like
all right.
Basic Krypton. Like I said, basic Krypton itself isn't really that. Oh, should I flip this sideways?
Yeah, probably.
Will it actually adjust if I do?
I don't know.
Will
It should automatically adjust.
Will the YouTube know?
Take your phone.
That I went sideways?
That's a beautiful animal. Oh, there we go.
How's it look on the screen? No, it's still vertical, huh?
Yeah, it's still vertical, man. You were going the other way and it was going horizontal, so Try that. Whatever you were doing just before you looked at the camera. Anyway, so we'll
Crap.
get him right back in just a minute.
Jeez, man.
So how's everybody's Saturday been going? I hope everything's going well for everybody. Charlie's still in the building. He's
I'm here.
yeah, he's here. I don't know where he went to, but all right, bro. All I got is me on.
You got me now?
Yep, there you go. I don't know why it changed the setting on me like that when we came back, but yeah, man. So I guess.
I apologize about the technical difficulties. I'm just trying to get a camera launched up here to look at the snakes better.
Oh yeah, no worries, man. Yeah, you're sideways now.
Back triple camera. Boom! There we go.
Boom! There it is, right there, folks.
Finally. Okay, and we got it.
So if you want, man, you can kind of explain to everybody out there what makes this Krypton.
Yep. Okay. One of the telltale signs, the eye bands get a little bit thicker. Where are we at? There we go. Eye bands get a little bit thicker, right? And then one of the other big things, you get the pattern on the side starts to kind of stand up on end, right? You get these like kind of pillars or whatever you want to call them, right, where it stands up.
Yeah.
And then another sign here is you get a lot of weird funkiness in the back of the neck, similar to we see with like puzzle. You get like, I like to call it this ladder effect down the back of down the neck here.
Oh, on the dorsal, yeah, it definitely looks like a ladder.
Yeah, that's one of the other giveaways. So this is a base Krypton. Well, not exactly. I mean, this is this guy's double het DG Monsoon, but it's visually it's a base Krypton. So I just figure I guess I'd start there.
Visually pleasing. Man, that was nice. So I don't know what to do while he's out there looking for snakes.
I grab a stranger. Can you hear me still? I can talk.
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
Yeah. All right. So this is its clutch mate. This is a female. This is a stranger, probable red stripe Krypton.
Ooh.
She's also a hit for I think DG and Monsoon. I think I have to go back and check the tag.
Dude, that is so
cool
nice,
stuff
man.
with the size with the pillars, right? Stranger really.
Yeah, and then like that darkening is just so nice.
Oh yeah, Stranger's nice and dark. It's really cool.
God, dude, I love it, man. It's one of my favorite jeans.
She didn't get as much of the ladder effect because Stranger's fighting it, but you see the little horizontal breaks kind of in it.
You can see the breaks though, man.
The breaks, exactly, like it's trying.
Yep. And
then it did a lot with the.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Charlie does have all the heat.
Eye stripe and the fork into the back of the neck there, and that's the red stripe coming in a little bit. Red stripe tries to make these headphones. I got to be careful with this one because honestly, this is one of the meanest babies I ever hatched. She seems chill right now though. Yeah, so that's a. She'll tag.
Be careful, she's in tag you mode. That was a pretty snake though, man.
I should have shown this one first.
Yeah, for sure, Gilded. It was very nice.
This is a Spectre red stripe, Spectre probable red stripe Krypton.
Oh, bro, I love Spectre.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, when I show you in a minute what Spectre does in Krypton, you're gonna understand why I have so much of it now. Once I figured it out, I had made this
yellow belly, bro. Get that super stripe.
Oh yeah, I'll show you.
You'll have pattern on it all day. It's the broke man's G stripe, bro.
Hold that thought. Wait till you see what Super Stripe does in Krypton. It goes.
Oh my god, bro! All right, I'm about to holler at you after the show, bro.
Spectre does crazy stuff. See the ladder on the back of the neck on this?
Yeah.
Spectre went nuts in Krypton on its own.
Oh my god.
The side pattern.
Is that just one of those jeans that was made for it?
It just is made for it. It's crazy. Look at how torn up the sides are. All right. We'll jump. I was going to wait on the Super Stripe. We're going to jump.
All right. We'll get a wait on that Super Stripe. I love Super Stripe, bro. come out so nice.
So the first one of these I hatched, I sold. I didn't know it was a super stripe because I didn't know the mom had Spectre. So it was a Barnhart black pastel leopard, possible yellow belly het clown girl, and I tested her. I tested her for yellow belly, and she came back negative. So I never thought anything of it ever again. And then I hit this crazy looking snake that looks kind of like the one I'm about to show. And I thought it was like a Batman Krypton, the one that I made. And I sold it as, to a friend. And then later I hit another one, and I did like went up doing a, what do you call it? Panel test, and came back with Spectre. And then I went back and checked out the mom. This guy's going in the shed a little bit, so the color's not as awesome, but ooh. I checked out the mom, and she turned out to be Spectre. And so I got back with looking at Tom Barnhart's listings. And yeah, so this is a super stripe, red stripe Krypton.
Oh, shit.
Super stripe goes nuts in Krypton.
Yeah, bro. I love super stripe, bro. I'm telling you.
It goes crazy in Krypton.
That's nuts, bro.
This thing's up there with clowns.
Well, I'm glad you work in Spectre, dude. Now I've got someone to call that works Spectre. Yeah, me too, Gilded. I love that head, bro. That thing is wild looking.
This is wicked. This thing came out of the egg like peach colored. It was crazy.
I bet it did, bro.
It was crazy. It was like red in here.
Yeah.
In all these, in between the head stamps, it was all red in there. Right now, he looks like he's going in the shed, but he still looks good. I've got this guy almost on the breeder size too, getting him ready to go.
Get to work.
We got a couple girls waiting for him. Yeah. I'm gonna mix this into I have gravel stuff. So
I haven't seen what Spectre and gravel do yet.
It does like a super stripe looking animal, just a little bit darker. So I just want to do, so I don't have the yellow belly in it, and I don't have to worry about accidentally making ivories as I continue working these super stripe Kryptons. I'm gonna go with the gravel, right? So I'm gonna do super.
Because if you get a super gravel, it's not all white.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna do super stripes, but with gravel instead of yellow belly, and do Krypton stuff in there.
Nice.
I freaking love this guy, man.
Dude, right? Who don't?
This snake is so cool.
If you love this snake, go ahead and put a heart down in the comment box. Damn. That's nice. Yeah. That's some of the prettiest patterning I've seen on a snake, bro. And coloration to boot. While you're pulling that one up, we're going to run our last little commercial. Cool. We'll be right back while you pull up your thing.
Sounds good.
The United States Association of Reptile Keepers is a science, education, and conservation-based advocacy for the responsible private ownership of and trade in reptiles and amphibians. We endorse caging standards, sound husbandry, escape prevention protocols, and an integrated approach to vital conservation issues. Our goal is to facilitate cooperation between government agencies, the scientific community, and the private sector in order to produce policy proposals that will effectively address important husbandry and conservation issues. The health of these animals, public safety, and maintaining ecological integrity are our primary concerns.
All right. Welcome back. Thank y'all. Remember, go out to USARC and get you a membership. It's for all of us to keep keeping these animals like that right there. That's a beautiful animal. Go ahead, Charlie.
Yeah, this one's GHI probable red stripe Krypton. I am testing it for yellow. I don't think it's yellow belly, but I am testing it for yellow belly next time that he sheds.
Oh,
so he's het DG. Oh, so the super stripe Krypton male I just showed is het for Desert Ghost and G stripe, and so is this guy.
Nice.
Actually, this guy's just has a het for Desert Ghost. I don't think he got the G stripe this one, but which is fine.
So cryptics are recessive, right?
It is.
All right. And so does it have any allelic genes that go with it?
Yeah, it's allelic with clowns, so that's how you get the Kryptons, right? So it's cryptic works just like the best way I explain to people is you understand how a freeway works, right? So yellow belly and asphalt make a freeway. So het cryptic, one copy just would be your yellow belly, and your clown would be your asphalt. One copy of clown is a het clown would be your asphalt, right? So het clown, het cryptic makes a visual animal that we call a Krypton. Just like Candy Candino, which I think also gives people.
Do you have any of those that are the clown and cryptic combination there?
That's what all the ones I'm showing are. Yeah, they're almost all of
Okay.
these are none of these are just straight pure cryptics themselves. They're kryptons. They're clown cryptic mixes.
Okay, so it's man.
It's a, it's a double het. It's a visual double het.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I love that though.
Yep. So that super stripe was super stripe, het clown, het cryptic technically.
Bro, I think what I like the most is the eye stripes on these guys, man.
Eye stripes get thick until you get something that get distorts it enough that it just makes the eye stripe disappear and makes it start to look like a clown again. Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is the GHI probable red stripe. Now let me show you something else. Let's clutch mate to this one. I'll show you the. This is GHI. It's a Barnhart black pewter. So Barnhart black pastel and pastel. GHI, Barnhart black pastel and pastel.
Ooh.
Krypton.
Dude, that head is wild, bro.
Yep. And it has like a zipper down the
Look
back
at
of its
that.
neck. This is what I always describe it as.
Ooh.
A freaking zipper pattern down the neck instead of a ladder.
Yeah.
It's got like the blue eyes too. You can see the grayish eyes, I should say. And it's all gray. Look at this. There's like I call these smoke rings. It's got like smoke rings down the whole side of it.
Yeah, man, that's really cool looking.
like
What did you
glowing
say
eggs.
were the jeans on that again?
This is GHI, Barnhart black pastel, and pastel.
Okay.
Krypton.
That's a beautiful animal right there, sir. I'm not gonna lie.
So when you
That
talk
right
about eye
there is-
stripes, too, those eye stripes came out.
Look at that. Oh my god. That's a wild looking
Look at the
animal.
neck. The neck's crazy looking. These little rings just keep going down the whole snake.
Hey, some of them rings are flexing like it was hurricane or trick.
Yep, exactly. It's crazy.
Yeah, bro. Look at that. If I didn't know it was GHI or something, bro, I'd ask you if you might have had trick in there.
Yep. That's the Barnhart
That's
black
crazy.
pastel and the GHI just going off.
Yeah, wacky on each other, man. That's freaking cool. Yeah, man. I like black pastel, man. I enjoy it quite a bit. So I got a last question for you while you're looking around. We always like ending the show something fun. If money and space didn't matter, what's the absolute dream project or dream animal you would want to try and get tomorrow?
Oh man, what would I want to try to have tomorrow? I think right now I'm getting interested in. So some of the stuff I just showed, I'd love to see it in Xanthic too, right? Like that one that was just like the gray with the circles and all. So I mean, if I just turn around and pick something up tomorrow, it'd be something like DG Xanthic Clown. And I'd start running that through all my DG Krypton girls and stuff like that I have. So I could see Xanthic DG Krypton combos like this.
Look at that. Now, is that G stripe or super stripe?
This is a G stripe.
Okay.
So this is
First time I seen pattern.
Oh, G stripes don't have pattern. I know, right?
No, man, that's freaking cool.
This is a damn. What is this guy? This is a cryptic. I think it's red stripe. Let me double check it. I think it's red stripe cryptic. G stripe.
Man.
Oh yeah, red stripe and yellow belly. Red stripe, yellow belly, Krypton, G stripe.
That's wild, bro. That makes me like G stripe again.
This is what I'm
Kind of
saying.
why I went away from it, because I didn't see anything that was bringing the pattern to it, and I was just like, man, dumping all these jeans into it doesn't change anything really.
This thing
That there has definitely changed.
It's got pattern all the way down the side of its neck.
Yeah, dude. That's
like
solely
crazy
from the Krypton, right?
Yeah, the Krypton's what really brought this back. Well, red stripe and yellow belly work well in Krypton. Red stripe G stripe alone gets almost no pattern. I can show you a red stripe G stripe het clown girl I have listed for sale right now. I'll show you her in a second. And it almost takes the pattern completely away. Yellow belly all of a sudden and red stripe are so reactive, it all of a sudden brings it all back.
Nice.
He wound up with it. And even in your when you get the cryptic and krypton in your G stripes, it wants to do the ladder thing. You can see a little flare of it there, right there. But it's like fighting so much the structure from the G stripe. That's what I love here.
Absolutely.
You have such a long run right here of just like solid stripes, like multiple solid
neck.
stripes. Yeah, and then it gets into all this funky pattern stuff, all these like floating cloud looking things. I thought this turned out cool. I was pretty excited about this guy, and I'm not even keeping him on it because it just doesn't line up with my stuff the right way. But I just think he's a good example of what Krypton can do in the G stripes.
Man, that's wild, bro. That is definitely wild, man. Whew.
There's something completely
that makes me regret getting rid of the G-stripe stuff I had, my man.
That's good. Well, sorry for that, but
bro.
I'm glad I can try to make you a believer again. All right, completely different project. This is a DG Highway Paradox. Also double het for G-stripe and cryptic. You can see the cool paradox on its head. You can see it right there. And my thumbs tap it, and then right here on the side. Might be by myself. Sean might have dropped out.
What do you mean?
Oh, I couldn't hear you for a minute there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a beautiful animal right there. Yeah, I had to mute it because my dog was freaking running through the house.
Oh, barking. I got you.
Yeah, man. No, you didn't lose me there, bro.
This threw me through such a loop coming out of the egg because when it came out of that egg, its head came out. And this is all you could see was this paradox head. And then it started crawling out. Bro. And I'm like, what is this stripe? I'm like, it must be a highway, but the head doesn't look right. And then you get flares of this thing in the egg, like this the paradox spot. I was like, what is going on here? But so that
is a cool paradox for sure.
After testing, yeah, it's a visual DG highway double het cryptic G stripe.
Whew. That's crazy. That would be wild seeing that coming out of the egg too, man.
Yeah, I was like, what is going on here?
Yeah, man. That would be definitely something else to see right there. I've already got clutch 1 out of the egg and be cutting clutch 2 on the 25th. I can't wait. I'm getting anxious, bro. I'm at like the last 7 or 8 days. And it's terrible. It's terrible. The weight is terrible.
I know. I just telling you earlier, my incubator has been empty for the first time in like 4 years or 5 years. And I finally got 3 girls that pre-lay shed, so I finally got a chance to get some more clutches back in there.
Look at that creamy little girl, man.
This is something a little
that
different.
Looks almost like a cream color, bro.
This is a stranger, probably red stripe, possible fire, banana, double het clown pied, and waiting for the monsoon test to come back too.
Dude, that'd be a banger, bro. It comes back with the monsoon.
Stranger.
That'd be fire.
Yeah. So I'm waiting for some shed results back on this. There could also be asphalt and yellow belly in play here, so I'm waiting for shed test results on this. The stranger turned up. The stranger and the like red stripe here are playing pretty cool in the banana.
Dude, how purple was that thing in the egg, bro? With all that dark green stuff.
Ridiculous.
Damn, boy.
They all look good. The whole clutch all came out, all bananas, and stranger and a bunch of them. And then, like I said, there's yellow belly in the mix and stuff like that. So there's just some of them just glowing. Oh, this is another one. This is the female. This is the female. This is not. This female turned out not to be het monsoon, so she's just double het clown pie. I'll be listing her very soon. So this one, I'm waiting for a yellow belly result back. But
it's a female.
Yeah, I believe it's a stranger red stripe yellow belly female, double het clown banana, double het clown pie, and then she got like a little ringer here too.
Ooh,
I think a little ringer turned out cool. Tiny little
Yeah, very cool.
Right. I'm waiting for the yellow, like I said, the yellow belly result back on this one now.
I love the contrast. Like,
This should make some cool clown hides, I think.
see, like I'm colorblind, but that yellow pops so hard to me, bro. Like it's the hardest yellow popping on that thing, bro.
Can't miss it, yeah.
No, you can't miss that shit, bro. People start slowing down thinking they're coming up on a yellow light, bro. Swear. Oh man.
See something in the comments about the paradox. What was the question?
All right.
The paradox. Oh, just that paradox is cool. I don't want to work G-strip, but that's beautiful. All right. I'll show you another Krypton. This was the first one, the first Krypton that really made me fall in love with Krypton. She's a big breeder size girl now, so I'm not gonna mess with her too much. We'll get her out for a sec so you can see. Head stamp is wild. I got paint stuff breeding to this girl.
Oh,
Pattern's
nice.
ridiculous. This is a breeder female. She looks this color.
You say that had DG in it?
Nope. Well, she's het DG.
Dude, because she looks clean as a breeder, though.
She's het DG. She's not even DG.
Damn. I love that
That
head
head
stamp,
stamp-
bro. That
that
thing's
head stamp is
wild, bro.
Insane. It's like a shield or something.
She's like, yeah, leave me alone.
Yeah, I don't. Like I said, I don't want to mess with her too much because she's taking the whole tripod with her. She said, "You know what? I'm gonna mess your shit up. You brought me out here."
That's a beautiful animal too, though, man.
She's got the head stamp is ridiculous.
Damn,
Her down the side is wicked.
sure is, man. Dude,
The faces in it and stuff.
no.
Crazy. All right. I'm putting you away.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing those with us, man. That's freaking. That's some damn beautiful animals.
Oh yeah, you know what?
Oh yeah. Hey, Gilded wanted to know what the genetics were on that one again.
That was Enchi Firefly Red Stripe Yellow Belly Krypton Double Het DGG stripe.
That's wild, bro.
This
Ooh.
is Barnhart Black Pastel Red Stripe Yellow Belly Krypton Double Het DGG stripe male. He's actually on Morph Market. He's done his work here. He's the GHI stuff that I showed. He's the father to those. That crazy one with the smoke rings I was talking about. This is her.
Yeah.
Dad.
Damn.
This is her dad. Yep, the Barnhart Black Pastel. And I have another Barnhart Black Pastel Krypton male. His brother also listed. This one's got leopard and spot nose. So this is a Barnhart Black Pastel Batman Krypton, I guess. So when he pops his head up, you'll see he has like no head stamp at all. It's just all completely
Gone, bro.
gone. Yeah, went solid with it. And
That's
the side
crazy.
pattern, the pattern on him is nuts. Look at this.
That is definitely wild, bro.
His pattern's wicked too. Yep. Oh, and he's taking the tripod with him too. What else?
While he's doing that, make sure you guys all tune in tomorrow at 3 p.m. in the afternoon Eastern time for Vet to Vet. Got my buddy Will coming on. He's a former Marine. It's going to be a really nice show. So make sure you all tune in for that, 3 o'clock Eastern.
Nice. Who's that? Will who?
What's that?
Who's that? Will who? No.
Oh man, I'm blanking on his last name right now. He does reptiles too, ball pythons mostly.
Cool.
Yeah, man. So yeah, you guys make sure you tune in for that tomorrow. And Charlie, man, I appreciate your time tonight, man. We're up against it, and
All right.
thank you for breaking it down tonight, man. I appreciate you very much. welcome to come on the show anytime you like, man. You got some amazing animals. If people wanted to reach out about any of those animals you had on tonight, had questions about them or whatever, how could they get a hold of you, Charlie?
Just DM me. I mean, a lot of them are up there on Morph Market, but you can always just DM me on Instagram at Reagan Renee Royal Pythons. There's some underscores and stuff in there, but if you start typing Reagan Renee, it'll come up.
It'll pop up. Yeah.
Yeah, just shoot me a DM. My DMs are open for anything, questions, all kinds of stuff. You could ask. There's like 100 people out here who just message me whenever they want to. I talk to everybody, so just feel free.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you.
It was a very nice collection you got too, man.
Appreciate that.
There's some things I'd like to talk to you about though.
Hit me up.
Yeah. A couple of those sparked my interest for sure, man. Is there anything you want to say to everybody out there before we wrap up tonight, man?
Oh man, I'll say I heard a quote not long ago. It was like a goal defined is half achieved. So just, whatever you want to make happen, right? Write it down. Tell a friend. Telling somebody breeds the accountability, right? Now you feel like you don't want to like make yourself look out like a liar or a failure in front of somebody else. So put it out there in public, put it on Instagram, shout it from the hills that you're going to do it. And then go after it. And other than that, man, just be positive, man. Just take care of each other. We don't need drama and people trashing each other out here. It does nobody any good for us to look like a bunch of ding dongs out here ripping into each other all over social media. Just take care of each other. Be positive. Be freaking nice.
That's good.
Just be nice, man. Like fuck.
Yeah. Exactly. Be kind to others, folks. I mean, Ryan Barczyk said it the best, bro. Just be kind to somebody. Yep. Well, y'all, thank you very much for coming out tonight, Charlie, and we're gonna wrap that up tonight. Hope y'all see y'all tomorrow, and if not, we'll see you next week. We got Billy from Mutation Creation jumping on the show, so
nice.
Come check us out, man. We'll be here breaking him down too. So much love for everybody who showed up tonight, all the homies out there, any new homies that subscribed tonight, thank you. And till next time.